Okay, so this will be fairly long and completely ad-libbed because this is roof, because we're looking at the energy field from the heart. Might have got it working nicely and very naturally using solfeggio frequencies. Not simple, because they're not in order of frequency. You've got to put them in a certain sequence, and you also, if you use the tuning forks, it stops working after a while because the energy field from the heart negates the positive vibrational energy. So it's not easy, but we can do it a different way. Okay, so what we were using at one point was putting energy into the micro meridians, as we call them, in the skin, giving you like a Faraday cage or a suit of armour. Worked brilliantly, still does. But we don't want something that you have to do too many specific things for, because we've got loads of Qigong anyway. So you've got to remember the world, it's hard work. Heart is one of the strongest organs when it comes to fields of energy. Science says so. Don't ask me. Get one of them magnetometers, get some electrodes on there, beep, it kicks out a lot of energy. Wonderful. It's more than just a pump, as we know. Emotions, blah blah blah. So, let's do some tests on your roof here. Stick us down that roof. So, a bit of kinesiology, are we in shot? We're in shot. We've done a bit of Qigong, so that's still strong. Excellent. You thought it was going to be weak, didn't you? But we did. We finished with the Qigong. We finished with the Qigong. So we do press point strike. That one even stronger now, you know.
Yeah.
Because your brain's like, oh, short out of that for us, Ruth. Okay. So we've got all them things working nicely because we've done yin yang, Qigong with the kids when we finish the last class. What I want to now try and use is this energy field from the heart, which is already out there. So it's not a negative thing. But if we can spin it, if we can modulate it, we can use it not only for healing, but we can use it for offensive or defensive type techniques. So what I'm going to look at now is something Lisa found doing this with her daughter. If we use a negative word, car, it doesn't work anymore. Pale, it doesn't work. Now you try those with somebody, 99% of the time it'll make them weak. I've got a bunch of negative words. Okay, that explains a few things, but also you've got positive words that make it stronger. But the bad side about that is, if somebody knows these words, Darren Brown for instance, or subconsciously has been using them for years, they can add them both into a sentence to manipulate you. So a positive one and a negative one, you're up and down, your nervous system, they can have you all over the place. It is incredibly complicated. That's only like people like, was it Dynamo, Darren Brown, a few of these guys. David Blaine, is it? But subconsciously, you've got a massive brain in there that can do all kinds of stuff. So that's exactly what Lisa found. Thank you, Spooky Lisa. So I was trying to work out what is going on here. We found it was to do with the heart energy. And that was really complicated, trying to get that booted up. So we're using natural, sacred frequencies. So it's all good, like a Gregorian chants and stuff like that. So if we do it again, nice and strong, and if I go, bye. So you can spin this energy to give you an extra energy field, or a stronger energy field to affect an opponent. So that's all good. So, if you take a nice stance there, facing me, I'm going to try and shove you, and if you put your hands on my elbows, that should make me weak as a kitten, and I'm slipping off, so I'll just grab. I'm trying to be gentleman here because the top's moving up. Right, so it doesn't make me weak as a kitten. The best way to test that, rather than roughing up a young lady, the best way to test that is 3 people touch my elbows, Ruth, somebody pushes me from the side. So they'll know if it's worked or not. So you don't need to do all this fighting and talk about angles and directions and levers and rubbish that has got nothing to do with it. So it does negate that. So we don't need to look at these micro meridians anymore, even though it's very simple to do. But you don't know when it's going to run out. But I'm thinking you get your heart on board, like your intent on board, and stuff's happening. Let's try one more. So I'm going to put that back to normal. I'm just going to use intent. So yeah, that works. That works.
I resisted.
I know, well, you're full of energy. I was curious rather than growling.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I want that to happen. I just wanted to know what was happening. So the intent still gets through, but the words don't. So for instance, you're going to have to suffer.
Okay.
You know what? Nobody likes this.
Just now.
Oh, just tell me when it bites.
Okay.
Nothing. Which is brilliant. So if I go key, nothing. Excellent. So even the elemental sounds don't work. But if I do this, it works really well.
Bit there.
Okay. So now we've got a massive new energy field that we can do simple relaxation techniques to increase and spin it for stuff. Now, can we modulate it? So if we do center lock again, okay, this is strong. So I'm not going to spin anything, I'm just trying to modulate it. Oh yes.
Well, that was good resistance.
Oh no, resistance is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because what you remember, even though I'm calling it a center lock,
Yeah.
that was very far from a center lock.
Yeah.
It's center.
Yeah, it
So
didn't
you got
bite.
mechanics.
It pulled it, but it didn't have an end bite on it. Like,
Well, let's show.
yeah. The
Right,
other one, there was
so-
a bite on it.
If this is fairly straight, it's nowhere near your center.
Yeah.
It's more of a strength test, more kinesiology. But if we hammer in this pressure point, bring this across,
Oh, yeah, that
angle it, vibrate it, breathe, and then,
Yeah,
and I
that's
haven't done
totally
any of the other stuff as well. What we could do is just
Hang on, I
fire.
need a break.
That's one. That's a big break.
Oh, I don't like it.
First time I was introduced to a centre lock, I was getting off the floor and going, that hurt, for 3 hours. Right, so I just do this. Yeah, okay. So there's lots of ways of doing that.
Yeah.
Most people have to rely on mechanics.
That one is mechanically.
Oh, that breaks your wrist.
Yeah.
That's the difference. But the catch is, if you're strong enough, he'll not get you in that position.
No, because you can hold it like.
Even if it's going, he won't be able to do it.
No.
If he gets you in that position, it's your fault for being weak, and he's going to break your wrist. Now, if you've got enough resistance, while he's fighting around, you smack him in the face. It's normal mechanics. Didn't work, smack.
Yeah.
I had one guy who was trying to do this on my bad wrist, while the camera was zooming in, proper camera, he was making a DVD on the breakdown of the form bassi and pressure points. I think he was doing that one, see, where you twist the wrist. So I'm like that, and he's got his whole body wrestling like this, and it's not going to work. After about 5 minutes, he said, I went, I'm getting tired. So you get your whole body against one wrist. So the cameraman went, I'll go somewhere else. But he's making loads of money with books and stuff, bless him, so who cares? If you only go so high in the players, but what you don't want is mechanics, because you won't get that in a fight. You want speed, strength, focus, you want this on, you want intent, you want stuff, you don't want stance, you don't want breath, you don't want tongue on the roof of the mouth, you don't want, I can't cross my centre point. You just smack the guy with all the players already in place. So when I punch Steve, he goes, that really hurts. And he's been doing this for 4, 5, 6, probably about 8 years. But we had a break for 2. Right then, We're going to give you one of them.
What?
One of them energy fields.
I thought you meant the punch. Oh,
No, no.
brace.
We're going to give you an energy field, and then we'll wrestle them.
Okay.
Because then I'd be curious to know if mine's stronger than yours, or can we get stronger and stronger and stronger, or you just go, got it. Okay, so that'll be interesting. Anything else we can do over here? I've got a massive list. Joint muscles, body misalignment. Bear with me, a bit hard to miss one out. I can always cut it if I don't find one. But you never know that, will you? How long does it last? That's one. Reps, yeah. So what it also does, this energy field, it amplifies your static Qigong, which is great because that's really boring, and it amplifies the forms so you get more bang for the bucks. Because the forms are very efficient on picking up energy, but it still takes years to fill up, and then if you get some negative, it can get drained. And I got drained the other day, that's why I was pick up this cough. I'm like, but put the field on, boom, I charged up 5 minutes. And that's not only the meridians, the dantian, bones, and then bone marrow. If you keep that, that'll last you a lifetime. That's enough waffle. Thank you there, young bonsai. Bonsai! Right, okay, this is Ruth. So we've just done the new technique, using a visual technique to increase your heart energy field. And now we must fight. Because I've been doing it a few times, so I want to know is more reps, stronger field, or it's just on, or what we can do with it. Major thing we've found is negative words don't affect you, positive words don't affect you, so you'll be less influenced. What else it does I don't know, so stick us an eye on that, room. Right, so intent, last time got through. Look at my intent! That was everything I got. That'll drop a lot of people in the centre lot. So, major winner there. So if you turn sideways towards the camera, give us a stance, let's do a root. So you imagine that heart energy field and spin it. So I should imagine looking down from above, you want it to go clockwise. I don't know. I haven't had anybody able to push me yet, because this is the first class I've had since I'm doing it. So let's check. So we've got a new route, or a new energy field that I haven't got. But if I do the same, I could feel you fight. So,
I fight it.
was my energy field stronger, or was it just the same? So what we'll have to do is, right, we'll do a pressure point one. We'll do kinesiology, give us a 45 there. I'm going to do the pressure point one, so I'm not going to hit it. So spin your energy. Bang! Right, so we got that last time anyway. So you keep that spinning, I'm going to spin mine. Bye. Yes. So that tells us that the heart energy fields can be going stronger and bigger by more reps. Because even though you were on max, I mean, if you went to a press point seminar, they'd put you, leave you outside because nobody would be able to do a thing. And I've seen that with a lot of guys, with a lot of my blue belts, who've been to places and press point guys going, and say to me, they'd see me, they'd go, no, don't do anything with that guy, because he don't work. They don't ask why it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? 600 Qigong, there you go, so now you know. What else can we test? Oh, that's one thing you can do. Right, face camera, there's a big stance. Don't do any rooty stuff, I'll do nothing. It's just pure mechanics. Right, so we've got that foot to lift up with quite a bit of pressure. Now what I want you to do is imagine your heart, energy field, and just bring all the other ones in. So what I'm saying is make yourself lighter.
Lighter.
Like we did with the micromeridians, the Fradic cage. Do you reckon you've done it? Right, so, again, I'm not doing anything. Oh, brilliant. So that heart energy field covers just about everything that we did with micromeridians. It's probably good for healing, which we'll check. You can modulate it, so that means it's already good. So can we try centre lock? Mm-hmm. Right, so you spin everything and resist everything. Again, it's not proper centre lock, it's just a technique that hurts if it works. Solid. See ya. So it is, how many reps you do, how strong your energy field is, brilliant. How long does it last? Well, it's probably going to last at least a week. I think it's I reckon the heart's in control of that, and if it's good, it's going to stay. So, thank you very much. Winner!
Chicken dinner.
That was on.